Hey, Spanky here. Today's video comes from a question from Debbie Benstein, who wrote to ask me how can you tell if a plugin is good and is okay to put on your site. I'm going to talk about paid plugins tomorrow. In this video, I'm going to talk about free plugins like the ones you find on the wordpress.org/extend/plugins repository. There are three things I look for when I'm trying to find out if a plugin is any good or not. The first one is to look at who wrote it. If it's someone well known, someone with a good rep, if it's someone like Joost van der Velk or Andrew Nysin or Justin Tadlock, I install it without looking any further because I know it's going to be good and it's going to be looked after, it's going to be maintained and they support their products. So that's the first thing I look for. Second thing is to check when it was last updated. If it hasn't been updated in a few months, certainly if it hasn't been updated in a year, odds are you're going to have some pretty serious problems getting it to work with modern WordPress. So that's something to be aware of. The third thing I look for is whether the author is around on the support forums helping out. And you can see it on the WordPress.org listing page for the plugin. It tells you there are so many support threads, and of those, so many have been resolved satisfactorily. So I look for, if there are problems, people coming onto the forums for support, is the author helping out? Are there patches being issued, or is they saying, okay, yeah, this is the problem, it's not actually my plugin, and are they being helpful in resolving problems? Now, if there aren't any support tickets on the forums, that's okay too. It just means that the plugin is either very new or it's very good, so it just works and people don't need to ask any questions about it. So those are my top three things to look for when you're considering if a free plugin on the WordPress repository is going to be any good and if it's going to be safe to put on your site. If it's been updated, if the plugin author supports the software, and if it's a well-known, good reputation author. Alright, I'm Spanky and I'll see you again tomorrow for another WordPress tip.